Now, the other thing I need you to push for, and right after the ADA passed, that was shortly after that, I said, look, the next big thing that we've got to do is we got to pass something that we all called MCASA. Remember that? Yeah! Well, we worked through the 90s, couldn't get it done. It's now come out, as you know, the name of it now is Community Choice Act. Yeah! But it's basically the same thing. If Medicaid is going to give taxpayers' dollars to people with disabilities ought to decide where that money goes. It shouldn't be up to bureaucrats or Medicaid or something like that that says, no, it has to go to nursing homes. Well, why can't it go to independent living? Group homes, independent living centers, things like that help people be independent and get them out of the nursing home and get them into their own homes. So we really need you to push hard on this. I'd probably be lying to you if I said we could get it done this year, but I'll tell you this, with a new President Obama next year and more in Congress and more in the Senate, we're going to get Community Choice Act passed next year. But we need you to turn up the heat this year. Let them know you're watching. Let them know you're watching every vote they cast on whether they think the Medicaid dollars ought to go to nursing homes or ought to go to you and let you make your own decisions. So that's the second thing you need to we need your hard work on the Hill. Two other things. One, you know, some time ago, Senator Specter from Pennsylvania and I looked at the budget for the NIH, that's the National Institute of Health, and we said it wasn't keeping up. So over a 5-year period of time, we doubled it. We went on this program of doubling the funding for NIH, and we got it done. Well, I use that as sort of a model, perhaps, because what I'm telling you is that the money that the federal government gives through RSA to independent living centers is not enough. And what we need is to double the funding that goes to our independent living centers. That's what I want to get on track to do. Starting next year, I want, not over 5 years, maybe over a couple of years period of time, to double the funding for independent living centers so that when we get the Community Choice Act passed, the two can go together and the independent living centers can help people find their own homes in which to live. Now, there's one other thing I want to mention to you. I've got a bill in, it's S-1050. You can look it up, 1050. It's, I don't know, it's called the Wellness for People with Disabilities Act. Now, what I have learned over time is that it's amazing how many doctors, nurses, dentists, health professionals are afraid. They don't know how to treat people with disabilities because no one ever taught them. They don't know what to do. So what this bill is, it is to ramp up the teaching and the training of health professionals so that they can deal with people with different kinds of disabilities. You know, there's no reason why, just because a person has a disability, that they can't be well. They should be healthy, they should be well, but we need doctors and professionals to work with them to maintain wellness so that you don't continue to get sick and deteriorate. So that's the goal of that bill, and I need your help to try to get it through. So again, let me thank all of you. Let me thank John Lancaster. I don't know if he's here, back here. John is back here. John, thank you for your great leadership. Kelly, thank you. Justin Chappell, who used to work for me, who's working for you. Justin does a great job here. Jim Ward with his bus went all over the United States. Saw him in Iowa, and I asked him now, where's he going? He said he's still out there. Well, Jim, God bless you. Keep that bus rolling out there, okay? And to all of you here at Nickel, let me tell you, I love you all. You've been there from the beginning in the 80s when we got the ADA passed. We couldn't have done it without you. Now we need, 18 years later, an ADA restoration bill. We need a wellness bill for people with disabilities. We need to double the funding for our independent living centers, and we have to pass the Community Choice Act and get it done once and for all. So I'm here to tell you that I'm up for re-election this year. I hope I'm going to be okay. I'm working hard. Any of you like to come out to Iowa, come on out to Iowa. So I'm hoping, I'm working hard for you, but this is the promise. We don't have much time left in this year. We'll try to get done what we can, at least on the ADA restoration bill. But I'm telling you, I don't want one more Congress to go by that we don't pass the Community Choice Act. I don't want one more Congress to go by. We waited long enough. We've heard all the excuses, we've heard all this stuff before. Now's the time to bring it to an end and finally get it done. And now is the time to really up the ante on how much funding we're giving our independent living centers out there. So as I said, we get the Community Choice Act passed, we have the independent living centers, the two of them can work together with the funds that we give them and make sure people live where they want to live, travel when they want to travel, visit who they want to visit, work where they want to work and are capable of working, and travel just like anybody else in the United States. That has been my goal from the beginning, and it still is my goal, and I look forward to working with you next year to get the job done. Thank you all very much.